My camera keeps an image from last night while I'm sitting there about to go to sleep. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Welcome to the Crypto Lifer Show, baby. 80,000 Bitcoin getting beat to the ground. Look like it may go all the way down to $70,000 here. I'm sweating like a pig with this humid air here in Florida. It was raining like you wouldn't believe. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Oh, I got my necklace popping out there. Hope it didn't get wrapped up in my headphones there. Sometimes that happens. There we go. All right. All right. Feeling good. Feeling all right. What's up with that? Got to get that perfect. What's going on there? Opposites. There we go. All right. All right, here we go. 80,000 for Bitcoin. Let's take a look at what's happening to BTC. Shout out to everybody here. Did you work out today? Did you take care of yourself? I worked out. I feel absolutely amazing. Today could be the last day of my life. I got to make sure it's the best, baby. Make sure I'm good to people. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on it. Appreciate you all for just coming through. And, you know, they're going to wreck people. They're going to push people out of this market. But we are going to be able to find money no matter what happens. Even if we just trade twice a week, it doesn't matter. We will find a way to win. Fear and Greed Index sitting back at 20, but I mean, never went back to 10. 10 was hot. Did we ever go back to 10? I mean, we're only $2,000 away from the low. BOOKMAP suggests that we are going to go lower. This is BOOKMAP. Link in the description. I do get a commission if you sign up to BOOKMAP. I get an affiliate, you know, a little piece of that. So if you sign up, this will show up, you know what I mean, on their commission list. So if you grab this, it's going to show you where BOOKMAP is showing you where the stop loss are. So there's a lot of stop losses of people that just decided to go long here. And once we shred into this area, they're going to liquidate everybody down to 70,000. Are we going to 70K today? Hey, anything could happen. Let's take a look at BTC on the morning. S&P also slipping. I wanted to see this quick hold with the bounce, inverted head and shoulder. S&P looking pretty bearish if you ask me. Let's take a look at the weekly here. So, well, even the 2-week chart. And you can see we did change trajectory. But honestly, if you just hold that trend line and you're true to it, it does look like we may come back to the bottom of this trend line. S&P could dump all the way back down here to 4946. So I was hoping for the bounce, man. Every single time they got us this crazy, they've wicked it back up. Wicked it back up. Wicked it back up. This will be the first time they really started the dumpage. And it could be because Trump is forcing the hand of the Fed, you see. There's a lot going on. There's billionaires and millionaires, and they can manipulate the market to get what they need. So this looks like we're getting more of a pullback now. You know, I was hoping for that inverted head and shoulder, but the S&P says no. We'll get back to that in a second, but the S&P not holding that key area to the downside. Bitcoin just getting a major dumpage. We had this cup and handle. I said, watch this flag. I said, you got to stay above the 200 MA, right? On what was it, the 5-minute time frame right there. I said, if you lose the 200 MA in the 5-minute, no go, no go. So I didn't make a trade today. I was just saying, hey, whatever happens, let's see if we can make the flag. And if we make a flag, then there's a possibility of a move to the upside. I do not trade Monday mornings. It's usually a false move. 1, 2, and then the move to the downside makes sense. Let's take a look at the bigger perspective here for BTC and see what's happening on the weekly. But man, they're beating us to the ground here. And it looks like more downside is coming for this market. If we take a look here, we just draw a trend line. And we're true to the trend. You can see that trend, because you could still have hidden bullish divergence if we come down to the trend. So 70,800 looks like we could wick to that area. Okay, so that looks very likely. I mean, 70,000, 71K looks very likely if you come back to the bottom of this trend. So I'm going to give you your bullish and your bearish scenario. The slightly bullish scenario is hidden bullish divergence. But the weekly started this morning green when I did my morning update. And I said, that would be great if we can get a tweezer bottom and get the weekly to close green, anything. But we already gave that back already in the first 2 hours of the morning session. So already a bearish sign on the morning. Already right off the bat. So I get rid of my moving averages and I take a look. And so it just, how do we not drop down to 71,000? I mean, what is stopping us at this point? There was hope that we were going to get that bounce. There was hope that this weekly, but right now I just don't see it. That's a free fall. And you can see 67,000 is the next key area of support for Bitcoin. So it looks very likely like you're going down to $67,000, $70,000 for BTC. Now we go to the 3-day chart or the 5-day chart. Bearish city. Look at that. That's a bearish engulfing candle. When that closes, which will close tomorrow night, I mean, you got to think that's going to be more downside. Whenever you close a bearish candle and you can put the previous candle inside of it, it's a bearish candle, everybody. If you don't want to look at it as such, then you're not paying attention. You got to play by the rules. These are the rules, man. They tell you what's going to happen. Look, man, this morning was nasty for Bitcoin. It looks 79. We're back to the sevens for Bitcoin. So Bitcoin taking a dump to the downside, losing the 5-minute 200 MA, which is a go-to short signal of mine. We also showed you this symmetrical triangle that's got a measured move, and that suggests that we do go further to the downside, somewhere down to about 72.6. So a lot of confluence suggesting we're going down. All right, it just is what it is. And look at that. We're just starting to get nasty right now at 79.8 for Bitcoin. I told my students only long if the 15-minute made a flag or the 1 hour really made a flag today. Like if the 1 hour stayed inside the flag and we got it, so be it. Anyway, I'm jumping around. Let me get back to the focus here. Focus, focus, focus. Not easy running a YouTube channel. You got to stay focused every single day. No matter what, you got to stay on point. All right. That's right, baby. Let's go. We got to bounce at 77.7. Gap needs to close. If we hit 60Ks, we're in a bear market for a while. Why? Because good news isn't moving the market. I know, right? Yeah. So I just, this is kind of your last resort, 80K. And you lose 80K, you're headed further down. We already dropped $500 for BTC. Almost have to go back into the smaller time frames right away because I'll be able to track a short for you right now. And so this morning, it obviously there was a short signal. Damn, we lost the 200 MA, and that was a sayonara senorita on the 1 minute time frame. So I trade the 1 minute. Whenever the 1 minute loses the 200, we tend to get a dump. Whenever we gain the 200, we tend to get a pump. Look at that beautiful short. The second, we lost it here, came back, then lost it a second time. Boom. The 5 minute also losing the 200. Whenever you lose the 200 MA, I would not long. Like if you're in a long and you lose the 205 and you say, I'm going to stay in it, you're going to be giving back gains or or going further down than you need to be. This is a bear flag right here on the 15-minute time frame. Look at that, suggesting that you are going to go lower. Let's take a look at the length of the pole. It's actually pretty long. Yeah, measured move down to 76,000 for Bitcoin. So absolute dumpage for BTC. Major slump here. And here we go to liquidate these, and look, wow, a lot of people just took away their position. See, they didn't want to get liquidated. So you can see a lot of people just left the market. They closed their positions early before they got liquidated. They got scared. And that's why this red just all disappeared. See, once this slumped, everyone said, no, I'm out. They don't want to get liquidated. Now, that got liquidity out of the market, though, which is kind of the objective. So can we get down to 76,000? That is the target for Bitcoin in the short term. Let's get back into the long term. Damn, I wish I had a short immediately for you. I'm not a fan of trading Mondays, but there was action right there. Beautiful flag losing the 200 MA, right? I know, Trump and dumb, somebody said, I know, right? Oh, wait, I fixed my audio. Thank you. Yeah, make sure your audio is all set, my friend. You got to get into brass tacks here. So weekly looks bearish. I don't see how the weekly doesn't continue down all the way to 70,900. All right, I just don't see it, right? There's nothing stopping the weekly. So right now we know we're in a downtrend. So shorts are in our favor. So if we short the market, we're more likely to get paid shorting the market than longing the market. Unless, you got to get back above literally 87K, that high right there, and then maybe a possible reversal. The 3-day also looks bearish. You slap on the moving averages, curving. Come down to the 200 MA. And I talk about this. Did the daily break the 200 MA? It did again. Every time the daily breaks the 200 MA, I am a bear. And you'd enter a short right now with the stop loss on the other side and let that thing cook to the downside. So that would be, the insurance short. Same thing that I opened up last night, but ended up closing early and then taking those two scalps, right? I never thought I was going to scalp last night. I usually don't scalp Sunday night. Oh, wow. Interesting. So, excuse me. Sorry about that. Hard cough there. Pause. So this is a short signal to me. Anytime this happens, it's time to short the market. And we said it yesterday, right? But they got us back above the 200 MA, only to recalibrate us back below yet again. So here's the deal. The odds are that we're going to go somewhere down to 70,000, maybe even to 54K. The sad thing is, I mean, the stop loss has to be pretty brutally close to the key levels there, right? Let's see how close I can get to 3 to 1. There we go. I can get to about 65. There we go. So I'm going to open a short. The stop is going to be at 84,505. All right. The take profit's going to be about 65,984. And I'm going to hedge. Remember, this counts up more than almost 2,600 bucks. $4,000 turned into 6,600 bucks. So I'll risk the 600. You know what I mean? Bring me back to $6,000 even. So what? All right, I'll still have $6,000 to trade. So I'll open up the short. I'll risk 600 for 18. As long as we stay below the 200 MA, this is a beautiful short to the downside. All right, let me get my short, please. There we go. And now I'm in. This is weeks. I'm trading on weeks. Link to weeks in the description if you want to jump on it. It's also in the pinned comment. If I could find that pinned comment, I cannot find it. Sean, can we get a pinned comment in there somewhere? I'm looking for you, Sean. I don't see it. Sean, oh. Lakochi, anybody. I think my whole team should just fire them off until I catch it. If we can. Everyone should have it. Lakochi should have it. Even Jamie, if you could have it. Heck, my buddy Marcus, man, my good friend for over, how long have we known each other now, Marcus? 12 years? Amazing. Trump has got interest rates, dollar, oil yields down, recession and increased unemployment that issue checks prior to the midterm elections. That's how he forces Jerome. Exactly. We know what's happening. But honestly, everyone thinks they know the same narrative. Is that going to be the narrative? I don't know. Something tells me this short you're doing right now will get stopped out because it's about to pump. Something tells you, huh? That's interesting. Something tells you. I hope so. But, dude, my short's way above the 200 MA. Yeah, we'd have to have a monumental move to get stopped out. Yeah. Something tells you. I love that. Something tells him, guys. Something tells him. Honestly, this is a head short. Every single time I've seen price action below the 200 MA, we'd have a nasty dump. It's just a cover short. That's all it is. All right? I would love to get stopped out and lose 600 bucks. It's not a big deal. The account's already up well. All right. I don't know if that's going to be the link, though. Now, Lakochi. Oh, there's Sean. Is that going to be the correct link, though, Sean? It looks like it's not full. Yeah. Anyway, I'd like the link to the link to weeks right now, if I could, please. Yeah, because I'm trading weeks right now. Change that link to the weeks link, please. Let's get it up and going. Anyway, all right. I'm a little impatient lately because I'm fasting, so you got to give me my blood sugar is nowhere near it usually is. So I demand things a little quicker. I'm just a little more testy. That's also expect that a little bit, but blessings on blessings. I also just, my mind works super fast. Let's get that pinned comment up there so my OCD can rest now. All right. Thank you so much. God bless you. You're the best, Jono. All right, everybody. God bless you all for being here. If you want to jump on into weeks, the pinned comment right up here to weeks and Mexi. Mexi, the least amount of fees in the entire game. Weeks second best, too. So, nice little bounce for Bitcoin back to the upside. Again, that's a hedge short. I would love it if we bounce back to the upside. So far, we are. Let's see what can happen. So, let's take a look at the bigger. So, now we're going to shrink back into the 12-hour. There's some nice bullish divvy on the daily. And we could be getting a nice bounce back to the upside here. All right. So this is our bullish scenario. I gave you your bearish scenario. Here's your bullish scenario. Somehow we don't take out this liquidation wick. We just don't have the liquidity. We got so close just there at 79.5 though. But somehow we don't take out that liquidity. It seems unlikely, but it's possible. This song's very distracting from my mind. Let me move on here. Yeah, it's too shaky, too much movement. So there's some bullish divvy. I've never seen bullish divvy with these like double hills and stuff. That's a bit odd. Like usually this is the bullish div, and you could say, well, there's no bullish divergence there. But I would say, it's still somewhat valid because it's candle body to candle body. So to me, it does look like a hidden bullish divergence. Bitcoin has bounced $1,000 since that short even, right? So boom. Again, remember, that's a hedge short. It's not saying, hey, it's going to dump right now. It's saying, hey, if Bitcoin collapses, that will cover you. If not, you get stopped out. You continue the bull rally, right? You don't panic sell all coins and stuff of that nature. You can open up a long and a short at the same time if you desire. Now, this is flat, and that's up. That's hidden bullish. That's exaggerated bullish divergence. When you have flat price action and movement to the upside, exaggerated bullish divvy. And I guess the only thing you could say is, can you break out of this falling wedge back to the upside for Bitcoin? Can you break back to the upside here and cover to the 200 MA? Look at my 8-hour time frame. So the 8 hours suggests you could bounce. You're trying to attempt a higher low there for Bitcoin. It looks like an M pattern that wants to break to the downside as far as I'm concerned, and that M measured move will take you somewhere to about $68,000 to $69,000 for BTC. Let's go back to the 4-hour time frame. The 4-hour with a bearish engulfing candle, but attempting to double bottom here. The 4 hours attempting to double bottom. You see this? I don't know. I mean, it's pretty sketchy if you ask me. But some definitely good buy pressure off of 80,005 for the bounce. How strong will that be? Usually that just induces the longs. They want to get the bounce to get people to long. So when they flush the shorts to the downside, right? But you never know. Again, trading on Monday is sketchy. All right, that's why I'm usually not going to open up like any type of like crazy. Just that head short because we're below the 200 MA. All right. Now, that's bearish engulfing. That just looks bearish to me. And the 4 hour looks like it's going to roll over. Doesn't look good to me. The 1 hour is bearish on the stochastics RSI, right? Today you made this kind of bear flag that you could say basically broke to the downside. There's some wickage there, but I don't know, man. It doesn't look amazing. Your only way out of here, in my humble opinion, is does this make a shoulder, some type of inverted head and shoulder? Do you bouncing and break out? I would not long Bitcoin really unless it breaks back above 83,700 because that would be the key resistance. Then it could make a flag with the 21 catching, and that would be an area that I'd like to long. You see? Then it would break back above the 1 hour 200 MA, and then boom, we'd get a move on to the upside here for Bitcoin. So I get my head short open. It is what it is. I'm not likely going to scalp small time frames like I do Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, because I don't trade Mondays like that. It's just not my prerogative. It's sketchy. You'll lose a lot of money doing that, and I don't like to lose money in front of you. Okay? So this looks sketchy to me. It just does. Falling wedges, when they break down the base, and they'll go straight down. Like this will just dump pretty fast down to 73.3. And then let me take a look at the 15. 15's attempting to bounce. You could get a V-shaped recovery. Nice wick there. And the 15 minutes attempting some type of double bottom, like sketchy though, at about 80K. Your 7-minute bounced, your 5-minute, and then it takes us to our 1 minute. You know how we look for our reversal. So today, if Bitcoin's bullish, it's going to make some type of handle here. Stay above that 21-day moving average. That's a cup and handle. That's why they call me Sammy. And it will pump. I firmly believe it's bearish. And it's going to break down out of this, like what looks like a symmetrical triangle, which has a 50-50 shot, but these mainly break down 90% of the time, which would then put that short into profits, right? And I know people don't want to believe we're going lower, but the odds are, unless you get back above 80,750 here, look at this. Resistance, another lower high. And this suggested Bitcoin's going down to 78,250 for BTC. And so you do whatever makes you happy, but that's a symmetrical triangle. They mainly break to the downside. All right. And right now it looks like it is breaking to the downside. So I don't know what to tell you. I'm just giving it to you straight. Some people don't like it. They don't want to hear the bearish news. They want me to be bullish every single time. But I opened up a short. I am bearish on Bitcoin, and it looks like it's going lower. I have all the signs of bearishness at hand. At the same time, anything could happen. We could get an inverted head and shoulder here. I could be terribly wrong, and we could bounce. I am not 100%. I never said I would. Never, every single time I make a call does it play out. Majority of the time, I do pretty good, and I find ways to make gains. So if anyone's watched me here, they've watched me make a lot of gains. They've watched me find a lot of wins, way more than I've lost. So that's why we're here. That's why we're here, everybody. If you're looking around and you're wondering, why do we have over 1,000 people here? Because I've won way more than I've lost over time. But that doesn't mean I win every time. All right? I would love a reversal here. Are you kidding me? And again, you'll see me flip long in an hour, and you're back, why is he long? He was short earlier. Because if we flip the 1 minute 200 MA, I will concede to a long. I will. This could bounce, man. Look at it. Looks like they're trying to bounce this puppy right now. And it is False Move Monday. Just be careful. Don't get too caught up in the price action. I like to wait for that daily close, wait to see how things settle around 6 p.m., and then we go from there for BTC. Solana is bear too, already cracked support 100%. Yeah. Massive dumps the last 2 months. People are losing everything. Oh, yeah. Yep. The pain, man, the pain. And most people can't take the pain. I've been through this pain thousands of times. This pain ain't easy. We got 2,000 beautiful souls in the live, 318 likes. Let's get the likes up to the watchers. I would greatly appreciate it. Yeah. Shout out to Vegas Claw in the house. That was a lame one, bro. That one was really lame. Yeah, I can't even laugh at that one. You got to work on that one, bro. I got to give you this one here. Yeah, I couldn't even laugh at that one, man. I think you ran out of material, bro. I think you're done. I got more than you. Sam's the guy to wear a pocket square for his pocket square. All right. I got you beat, man. Sam's the type of guy to buy a Rolex for his Rolex. You know what I mean? Shout out to everyone here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Just lost everything, man. Shout out to you, man. Hey, losing everything is the greatest thing that could ever happen to you. I know you don't realize it. I pray for God for strength. He gave me more problems to make me stronger. If I didn't lose everything numerous times, which I have, then I wouldn't be where I am today. So, congratulations. You've lost everything like I did. Welcome to the club, man. Ready to rebuild. A lot of people have never lost anything. The people that have never lost anything, they're probably never going to gain anything either. I'm saying, look, I'm not trying to put anybody down, but let's look at two people in the world. Let's just say there's Bill and Bob, and I always go Bill and Bob, right? Bill works for 80 grand a year, never invests, never plays it easy. He never loses anything. He stays flat his whole life. 80 grand. He stays the same job for 40 years. He takes a couple vacations. He plays cards with his buddies, and he goes, hey, you know what? Not a bad life. I'm not even hating. If he's close to God, he gets into nature. You know what? He doesn't have to be a multimillionaire to be happy. If he can find his sense, boom. So there you go. But this guy goes from 0 to 80 years old, but he never loses it all. Now, here's another guy that, he makes like 100 grand a year, or maybe 80 grand, maybe even less, 60 grand. But he puts it all into a few stocks, and they dump to the zero, and he loses everything. You know what? When he goes down this low, you know what it does for him? He burns. It's like muscles getting crushed. And he feels like, man, I gotta get back. It's like this burning feeling. Now, this guy never feels that burning feeling. He never loses it all. Who do you think's more likely to make $1 million? The guy who stays flat or the guy who loses it all? The guy who loses it all is more likely to make $1 million because he's gone through the swings, man. He's mentally prepared for the ups and downs, and he realizes that he's not going to be flat his whole life and that things are going to change. So if you just lost it all, I think you're in the right path. I know it sounds insane, and again, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I'm saying you should be taking the financial advice, but you're on the right place, man. People that lose it all at least have a chance of making it all. People that don't lose it all, live a regular life, and they're probably never going to make it that big anyway. So congratulations for losing it all. You're in the good club, man. I lost it all a few times too. God bless you. All right? It'll happen. It happens. Now, can you get back up and keep fighting like I did for years on end? Can you keep pushing and make it? That's the question. Do you have that extra push that the survivalists, the successful people have? Successful people are not people that don't fail. I fail all the time. I fail every day. I say the wrong thing on Twitter sometimes. I open my mouth sometimes, right? I say the wrong thing to my wife sometimes, and she says, wow, I am not perfect by any means. I am far from it, to be honest. Like I am sometimes can be absolutely ridiculous. I know this about myself. But at the end of the day, I ask God for forgiveness. I say I know I need to work on myself, and I attempt to fix my wrongs and push forward. Successful people are not people that are perfect. They're not people like a successful trader is not a trader that never loses. It's a trader that finds a way to win regardless of how many times they lose. That makes a successful person. A successful person finds a way to win no matter what, no matter the circumstance, no matter the consequence, no matter what's happening. All right, this is supposed to break down 90% of the time. That's exactly what's happening. I gave it to you. I told it to you. You do whatever you want. Someone said they felt like it was going to pump. They said they felt like Crazy, right? People using feelings out here on the channel. So yeah, you know, bloodbath for Bitcoin. And it looks like we could get some money here if this goes further down to take out that liquidation wick. All right. BTC, look at it in 30 years. Amen. I'm making millions thanks to the whale swaps. This is just too easy. Shout out to Ejibinya. God bless you, brother. Success. Yeah, I'd like to know what you're talking about. You'd have to actually tutor someone than just saying whale swaps, though. Right? Fail first attempt in learning. First attempt in learning. Fail. First attempt in learning. Fail stands for a first attempt in learning. That's all it is. It's your first attempt in learning. You just gave me a new one, man. Thank you. Fail. First attempt in learning. There's no failure, only feedback. You can only get better every single time. You know, did you work out today or did you let the market get in your head and stay depressed? See, I'm good at just working out. No matter what the market does, I take care of my body. Because I know I'm going to have a better day if I take care of my body. Period. That's just a fact. So take care of your body. You're going to have a better mind if you can do that. Hey, look, there could still be a bounce here, everyone. I don't know what's going to happen. Look at this. Bit of a cup and handle. Save the day for Bitcoin. 30-second chart. The 5-second. Look at the 1-second breaking above the 200 MA. Oh, no. Did we trade the 1 second? Oh, no. Oh, no. Did I just say 1 second just now? I hope I didn't just say the 1 second. Had I just traded the cross of the 200 MA on that 1 second? Gains, baby. Gains. Now we should technically flag out something like this, right? If we're bullish, this is what we'll do. We'll make some type. If we're bearish, we'll just continue to collapse, right? Look at that. Shoulder, head, right shoulder, break to the upside, crossing the 200 MA, cup and handy to the upside of the 1 second chart here for Bitcoin. And I was just trading the 1 second chart last night for fun. We actually did hit. See, the idea was just to put your stop loss below the 200 MA. The target would be 81,021. The stop would be 79,811, right? And you got to use a very small amount on the 1 second because you can lose a lot quickly. You know, you're going like 40 versus, you really want to make a 2-to-1, but it's tough, right? It looks like a bullish retest at the top of the channel, though. And honestly, this is even just making this trade, just even if you can make the trade, you've done something, you've accomplished something. You see what I'm saying? If you can just make the trade. What, it didn't put a... It really said, I put out $810,000. Look at that. That's so funny, right? I was about to be like, where is my take profit? All right. And don't trade the 1 second chart if you have no idea what you're doing. You'll get wrecked real quick. I'm doing this for fun. It's like $40 for a day, $90 or something. Just to kind of get you guys excited for a second. Even just making the trade, like even if you can literally draw the trade and find your support or resistance, this will just make you better. Even if you don't trade these, you just set these up over and over again. Like don't trade them, just set them up. It'll make you better trading the 1 minute. Eventually the 1 minute will be so easy, you know, simple to you. Not easy, but a lot less difficult. Right? And again, don't do this Monday. I'm playing around. But I'm actually just showing you how to muscle memory. Like this will teach you how to find the setup, look for the setup, project. Find the setup, look for the setup, project. Find the setup, look for the setup, project. Like you'll just do the same thing over and over again. It'll teach you how to do this on the 5 minute, the 15, the 1 hour, you name it. Right? Look, we got stops, you know. And we lost the 200 MA. And yeah, I've traded it 1 second, I think maybe 30 times in my life. So it's not like I'm doing it every day. The other day I said, I'm going to sit there and trade the 1 second all day long, like just for hours, you know, and say, I'm either going to double 500 or lose 500. Let's have some fun. Right? Anyway, don't trade the 1 second chart. So Bitcoin mixed signals again for BTC. And again, I expect nothing less on a Monday morning, right? I expect nothing less on a Monday morning. Kind of bear flagging here. And still in a symmetrical triangle, if you ask me, and so nothing has really changed. These mainly break to the downside 68% of the time. you got a little bit of divvy there. You know, you're attempting to put in a bottom at around 79,200. Again, nobody knows where Bitcoin's going to go. You know, everyone is piecing together their probabilities each and every day. That's why everyone watches a bunch of different people. I highly suggest not doing that. I don't watch anybody else's technical analysis, and it keeps me spot on. Every once in a while, I watch one person's, and even that one video will throw me off because I'll think something that I didn't see before, and it will take me away from my original idea. So I watch my own technical analysis, and I stick to it. Like, that's a symmetrical triangle. I don't know what else other people are saying. And I know these break down 90% of the time. So I know there's a 90% chance we go to 78,400. And that's just the facts of life right here. I still see, look, a shoulder, a head, and a bit of a right shoulder. That could break us out. There's a measured move there of the length of the pole to the neckline. And that, you know, look, inverted head and shoulder. That's a mini cup and handle. You see it? Cup with a handle to the upside. Can you see the microscopic world inside? That suggests we could break all the way back out to 80,800. And then we could get back above that daily 200 MA. Remember, the short I opened up is just a hedge short. I don't even believe it's going to play out. I'm just doing it to be okay. If we flip long, I'll likely make this $600 up to the upside, you know, on a scalp. And then when I get stopped out on the short, I will be at break even. Then I can really begin to go hard when we cross the daily 200 MA and open up my big boy long. You get it? It's just a hedge short. It's not a big deal. I can trade long up towards it and break even. So I don't want you to think like it's, oh, he's right or wrong. It's not really about that. That's just, and again, when below the daily 200 MA, the smartest decision is to open up a short. Let me show you why. Let's take a look at like the NASDAQ, the NQ, right? And I'll show you the NQ on the daily time frame. Let's look every time the NQ lost the daily 200 MA, which actually it barely ever did. Interesting. Oh, no, that's the weekly. Sorry. Here's the daily. But like here, we lost the daily 200 MA, nasty drop to the downside. Here, we lost the daily 200 MA, one candle close, a nasty drop to the downside. That one was tiny. Here, we lost it, nasty drop, pretty good drop, pretty good drop. So you could see 8 out of the 10 times I just showed it to you. Nasty drop there for massive gains, right? It made good gains. So, and that's almost on any asset in the world. Look at Tesla. Let's think of what happened when Tesla lost the daily 200 MA, right? And I can show you this stuff on assets around the world. It doesn't matter. But look, Tesla here lost the daily 200 MA, nasty drop. Lost it there, nasty drop. Lost it there, a little bit of a drop, nasty drop, little bit of a drop. It doesn't always make a nasty drop. It could get back above, you know, but it can be the beginning of a pretty nasty dump. So I hedge that short. So every time I see us go below, I trade the 70% odds that I'm going to get paid on that. Now there's 30% chance I don't. But the odds are higher that I get paid than I don't. So you got to take the trade. Look at Tesla below the 200 MA too. Same thing here. So a lot of stocks getting beat to the ground. Tesla was all the way up at 420. 450. It took a beat down. Crazy, right? God bless everybody. Shout out to Candles. Shout out to everybody here. Shout out to all the beautiful people here on... You're funny. He threw everyone under the bus but me. Honestly, man, I haven't associated with any shady people in the space. I really keep to myself. You know what I'm saying? Another guy that reminds me of me, Jason Casper, guy keeps to himself. You know what I'm saying? Like, we just stay, you know, I just stay focused. If I got my head into anything else but the charts, my life and business would collapse. See, I survive because I give great calls and people watch me. So I have to stay focused. If I could just do the news every day, it would be great. I would just show up. I just have to do a shower. My team would send me the news. And I'd be a KOL like 90% of these other YouTubers. No offense, it's great what they do. They help the entire industry go forward, like, you know. But they just middleman people's products, right? And they take a percentage when you buy it. And then they go on live and just talk about the news and ideas. And they kind of go over the charts a little bit. I study these charts till I go to bed at night till my eyes bleed. I'm here in the morning. The charts are my life. I put everything I have into these charts. It's my entire life. I can't take a day off. I don't have time to get into the nonsense that the other YouTubers have time to get into. Because if I take any time away, I'm going down the tubes. Don't you get it? Nobody is watching me. The second I take 4 or 5 days off and I miss and I start losing Bitcoin and I can't catch this, like everyone's expecting this short to dump and for me to be correct here and for us to go to 78,000 and to get paid on this short. If it doesn't happen, You know, I got to be right more than I'm wrong. And you could say whatever, but that's my life, man. My life is high pressure. So I'm not a KOL. I'm not an influencer. I'm not like 90% of other YouTubers. I'm not. I am a trader, man. I made it as a trader. That's the only reason I'm on YouTube, is because I made it even before I got into cryptocurrency, trading the stock market. I made good money in the stock market. I find Canopy Grow Corp. Great Panther Limited. I traded gold and silver on the New York Stock Exchange. I traded silver miners, Hecla Mining, and all sorts of different miners and Great Panther Limited on the Toronto Stock Exchange. I've traded multiple exchanges around the world. I've been trading since I was 24. I'm 42 years old. You know. 2,300 people list, 80 likes. Come on, baby. Now we got 475 likes. You must be just not on the right page yet. 90% of the YouTubers, Lifer, I just need you to pick a side. What do you mean? What side? Yeah. He goes, Canopy. Yeah, I got into Canopy when I was on the Toronto Stock Exchange, before it went to the New York Stock Exchange. Right? Amen, right? So I'm under way more pressure than the average YouTuber. I'm a chartist I got to be correct more than I'm wrong. And I put that pressure on myself too, because I pride myself on helping people. And if I'm not right, then I'm not helping nobody. You see what I'm saying? So, I mean, it's crazy. Everything was booming. Even Tesla was ripping to the upside. Let's take a look at gold real fast and see what's happening to gold. I see gold making a flag. Yeah, gold looking busy. Gold bounced, and I see just gold making a nice flag, but it looks like it's going to take like 4 to 5 weeks and then another pump. So sideways price action for gold, but I definitely see it holding its level. Let's take a look at the DXY, which tumbled to the ground and is still so bearish. Look at this DXY, man. This is what we want. But it's weird. Usually when the DXY dumps, the stock market pumps. It's very rare that you get a dump for Bitcoin and a dump for the DXY. And we got such a major dump, it was amazing. But look, that's a bear flag, descending triangle. And that says more is coming, more downside for the DXY. So I see the dollar dumping, but we didn't get our correlated asset move. Like, it's so crazy, man. We wait for the correlation, the inverse correlation. We finally get the dump, and then Bitcoin dumps with it. I find it fascinating. It's like you can't get a break in this market. This market has been one of the toughest markets to trade. They don't even care about retail anymore. It's like they don't care about stepping on us. Before, they used to actually care a little bit. I guess they have so much marketing, they could get so many new people in the market, then they can just beat whoever's in the market every time now. Before, they used to treat us somewhat all right. Like, they didn't do this. Like, this is just... Because if you're retail and you jumped on in, you're going to be like, well, what's the point? You know what I'm saying? And the exchanges need people to sign up to the exchange. You need volume. Like, I don't know, man. You think the whales would talk to the other whales and say, hey, guys, like, you need some people to trade leverage here, like, or else we're not going to make any money. You can't shred everybody out of the market. That doesn't make any sense. You got to let some people win. You know what I mean? I mean, how greedy is it? Like, so I don't know. It's not making sense to me, because even if you ran an exchange, you would want to pump the price a couple times. And you know the guys that run the exchanges have all the money in the world. So, and then they could talk to the other people. Maybe they don't have enough money. Maybe the guys richer than them can pound their exchanges to the ground. Maybe there's higher levels to this upper echelons of money that we just don't know, because we're not there yet. Yet, we will be there. We will be there. So this looks like the DXY is going to collapse to the downside as far as I'm concerned. And, 90% of the time, and, that looks very, very likely to drop. Which would give you some hope for real estate, give you hope for Bitcoin. The idea that we would get a bit of a bounce here. That free and greed index at 20, man. And I won't even really talk about altcoins today. Altcoins, that's like when he's like, playoffs? Talking about the playoffs? Playoffs? Right? Look, XRP at 209, NEI, only coin I see up. I don't even know what it is. And so that Leo, that's something that gets connected to Mt. Gox, I believe. I don't even look at that. ENA, USD, yeah, the pinned USD. And then look, it's all stable. When stable coins are at the top of the list, look, Tether at 0.9999, right? Losing pegs. PayPal at 999. True USD. Look at USDC. Look at all these coins losing their peg to the dollar by 0.0002. But it's pretty interesting, right? XDC, Barachain. These same old players here just, wow. Fetch is at 52 cents. Like, this is just wow. Wow. Yup. Complete annihilation. 7 days, Bitcoin Cash up 4%. Is anything up still on the week? Bitcoin Cash, for whatever reason, ENA and Move. Some coins are barely, but they're still holding gains from the week. That means they're higher than they were last week. Hey, I go on every little bit of positive energy that I can find. That's positive. That's a little bit of positive energy there. Let's take a look at that short. How's it going? It's up 6%. I told you I'm the king of 3%. And we'll see. Maybe we get paid here. It looks, I mean, I don't know what's stopping that from dumping down to about 67,000. So might as well get paid on that move, man. Remember, I long when we get above the daily Tutoring. So it's the same long. It's the same. We're trading the same thing. And let that 21 get to price action and boom, boom, boom. So, yeah. Yeah, baby. Yeah. So I make you horny, baby. Do it. Crypto stocks are going down at the same time because margin calls in stocks cause liquidations in crypto 100%. Yeah. The questions are we done until the next 4 years? Airweave on a tanking mission. I had round trip this coin. It's crazy, man. Trump needs market to crash so interest rates can come down. Exactly what we're seeing. Yeah. But it's not so easy as that. Everyone thinks that that's the narrative that somebody pushed out there that everyone seems to want to hear. You know, I take it one day at a time. Below the daily 200 MA, I'm bearish. Whatever, you know, when anyone else is doing. The charts are going to help us trade the market. We don't have to speculate too much about anything else. The charts will help us trade the market. Just see what the charts are giving you and trade what the charts are giving you. You know, don't recreate the wheel. Look, if you can't get back above the 15-minute 200 MA, you're bearish. If you lose the 5-minute 200 MA, you are bearish. That's a short signal right there. And look, that looks like a descending triangle now. Descending triangles dumped to the downside. And look, it looks like it's got a pole too. 77,000. We're going to take out that liquidation wick anytime soon now and go lower for Bitcoin. My target of the small time frame is 77,850 for BTC. And so I put my guts out there on the line. I opened up the short. And so far the short is paying. You got to do whatever makes you happy. I'll do what makes me happy. And follow my analysis here for BTC. Shout out to the 2,295 people here on the live. 567 likes. $16 in chat revenue. May God bless each and every one of you. You got to stay positive no matter what here. This could be the last day, you know. This could be my last day, man. Am I going to get caught up over the markets? I'm going to hug my kids. But look, I mean, Solana's going down to 90. I've called this descending triangle. Solana going down to 90. And, man, it looks like it's going to start dumping further down to about 89. Solana, man. Solana. Like, that target is 89. That's a descending triangle. It lost the 200 MA. You knew pain was coming. We went over it yesterday. It even bear flagged. Come on, man. When you're in a flag below the 200 MA, it's likely going to the downside, my friends. So prepare for this to get ugly and brutal. This is craziness. Absolute craziness. I'm over it at this point. You know, they shredded me weeks ago. Now we've been shredded for a long time. Now it's like, okay, I've turned into a day trader. I'll day trade Lev. I'll short the market. I'll long the market. I'll take whatever they can give me. And I'll stack each day. Last week was an amazing week, right? Made really boatloads of money. So, hey, if we can keep doing that every week, if I made as much money as I made last week trading Lev, then we're going to be in really good shape. Really good shape. So I got to stay positive. Things are going well, right? My short's paying right now. You know, yes, I own Bitcoin long term. Am I going to sell my BTC? No. But dang, man, look at this craziness. Absolute carnage for BTC. And these are great prices. Again, it looks like we may get back to 10 again. You think they would reset this? It resets at 9 hours. I say we're at 15, not at 20. And look at the S&P, the 2-week bearish engulfing. That looks like it'll head back down to 5,174. So expect a move for the S&P to go all the way down to 5,162. Next key level is 5,369 for Bitcoin. I was basically hoping we were going to get that bounce like they've given it to us many, many times. But look, descending triangle. There was that inverted head and shoulder that had to hold this morning for the NASDAQ, and it did not. More downside for the S&P to 5495, and it's just dumpage, man. So you don't have to know what the market's going to do. You just have to know what to do when it does it. BOOKMAP helps you figure that out by giving you where the liquidity is. Look, a bunch of people decided to go long again, and they put their stops at 78,000. It's just like when we're going up and people keep shorting and they give us liquidity, people keep longing. They're going to give us liquidity to the downside. And it's likely we're going to head further down yet again. 70,000 looks so likely at this point. And look, man, that bug bite, I guess it was an ant, a fire ant, bit my hand right there. Dude, look at that thing. It swelled my whole hand up. Look at the size of that thing. It's like my whole hand is swollen compared to my other hand. See my hand? You can see all the bones, and it's nice and, it's lean. This hand is chubby like a... It hurts, man. Every time I touch the mouse, every time I chart. No, I'm going through pain for you guys. I'm going through pain every time I hit this mic. Every time. Now, I'll be fine, though. It's a good pain. It's a good pain. Shout out to everybody here. So it looks like we're headed lower down to 70,000 for BTC. If you don't understand this market, if you're getting liquidated, if you don't know, if you're longing when you should be shorting, if you're shorting when you should be longing, maybe you should come to this channel and get an education and pay attention to what's happening. I trade the moving averages, the daily 200 MA. Every time we lose a 200 MA, I know that we're likely going further to the downside on any asset in the world. The NASDAQ, the S&P, you name it. Let's take a look at the S&P futures. So look, once you lost the daily 200 MA, which I'll show you where it was, right there, bearish. There was a chance we were going to bounce. Right there, I had faith that this candle would get back above. We're going to invert head and shoulder and bounce. And there's a chance maybe they still bounce it. We're very oversold here. They usually like to create a lot of fear, but no good. And then look, we looked at this descending triangle on the NASDAQ, and descending triangles break down basically 90% of the time. But you could say 68%. But I've seen them break down more often than not, and that's starting to dump too. So the dollar's collapsing. The market's collapsing. Bitcoin's collapsing. And you could tell it's the powers that be putting pressure on the CME watch tool. Let's take a look at that CME watch. Remember, Forex Factory 2, we got a full-fledged week. Today's Monday, man. Geez Louise. I tell you what, man, these weeks, when the weekend comes, I'm like, whoa. But Wednesday, we have core CPI, and CPI year over year. That's coming at us, right? That's going to sway the market Wednesday at 8:30. We want that to be super, we want all these to be up. We want JOLTS job openings to be low, right? We want a recession. That's really what we want. We want a recession. We've been in a recession this whole time. The Fed keeps saying we're not. Come on, man. The prices have never gone down. The prices keep going up. People aren't getting more money. I see people struggling everywhere, all around the world. I see people struggling. I see people leave the trading group. They write my wife these messages. They're going through struggles, man. There's a lot of pain out here. The key is this is the first day to start your journey. In 4 or 5 years from now, you'll know how to trade if you start today. If you join my trading group today, you start your education today, right? So it's really not about the market. It's about you. When are you going to start your education? When are you going to start taking your trading seriously? When are you going to stop getting wrecked and make it happen? Go to cryptolifer.com to get an education. I'm here every single day. I can show you how these markets work. Okay? Every day they're going to do different things to you. You're going to be able to pick up on it if I show you what's going down. Look at Bitcoin getting the bounce back to the upside off some bullish divvy. Look, some nice bullish divergence here. 79.8. Could this be our bottom? You never know, everybody. Usually the bottom will be shown by an inverted head and shoulder on the 1 minute. I don't know what to tell you. That looks almost like a descending triangle, right? Because of that daily 200 MA, I am bearish. The small time frames usually bend to that daily. Look, it tried to do an Adam and Eve there, double bottom. It attempted an Adam and Eve double bottom. You see it? Well, it looks like to no avail. Mixed signals on the 1 minute time frame. I wouldn't even long unless you get back above that key level there, 81,008. and you get back above the 200 MA. Look at this gap of the VRVP that we could make our way back through after they've liquidated all of the longs. Still more liquidity, though. Why don't they just take it down to 70K and get this over with? Hit 70K on the liquidation wick, and we can get back to business here. Wow, but they absolutely meleeed these altcoins. Unbelievable. Everyone, if you want to get an education, if you feel, hey, you know, the first thing I should do is take class because I'm not sure, jump into class today. I teach class the last Saturday of every month. That will be the 28th or 29th, I believe. I think it's the 29th. I think we end on the 29th. It is Saturday. Yeah, we end on the 31st on a Monday, March 31st. $150. Think about all the times you spend $150. It'll blow your mind. All right? And you'll have that for the rest of your life. So look, we're trying to Adam and Eve double bottom here. That is a bottoming pattern. It's an Adam and Eve double bottom on the 1 minute time frame. Attempting to save the day here. And again, you'll get above the 30-second 200 MA. That'll be your first sign of any type of bullishness. You'll break above this. Then you'll go for the 1 minute, then the 5 minute, then the 15, and then you'll start to rebuild, right? If you can get back, hey, there's a chance. Look, shoulder. Let's look at the bigger picture. Shoulder, head, right shoulder, break back to the upside. That measured move takes you somewhere back all the way to like 85,000. So it's not all bearish. Bitcoin back above 70K. Remember, the short is a head short. I keep repeating that, right? I didn't run and go take profits. And look, it's probably flat now. Now it's down $60, right? I mean, that's an Adam and Eve double bottom. Come on, bulls. Can you save the day here? And so, like, we know exactly what to do. We get back above the 1 minute 200 MA. We start to see reversal patterns. We can cut off the short. Yeah, we get back above the daily 200 MA. We cut off the short. We don't have to get even stopped out for the 600. We'll probably just cut it off at 150 to $200. You see? But we're covered if there's a massive dump. And I'm still not buying this. Still not buying this idea, and the 200 MA is bearish. So, yeah. I will tell you one thing: when you finally get this, is usually when you come back to the downside, because look, bearish div, the 200's away. When you're pumping up, usually, you know. But look, that could consolidate and continue the flag too, though. I stay bearish. Looks like a bearish continuation pattern for Bitcoin, and it actually has a pretty nasty measured move. It's got a very long length. That is the length of the pole. 76,340 for Bitcoin. And with CPI and PPI coming on Wednesday and Thursday, it's going to throw the market off, especially tomorrow. I would be by tomorrow around 5, 6 o'clock, you're going to start getting sideways price action. Price action is going to go up and down, up and down. Everybody, to get the likes up to the watchers, I would greatly appreciate it. Looking for 1,000 beautiful people to hit that like button every single day. We have 619 beautiful souls that did. That's going to come back to you tenfold for doing that. You know, that's good karma. When you hit that like button, it's going to come back to you so amazingly well. So hit that like button, man. It's the best thing you can do for karma. You know, I could go in my pocket, and I always tip the waiter. I always tip the guy at the valet. I always hand him, you know. That took more effort than for you to hit that like button. So the easiest thing you could do to get that gainage, to get that karmatic energy right into your soul, hit that like button, man. I'm a mom and pop shop. It's me and my wife with my small team and my kids, man. And so every time you hit that like button, you're sending love to my kids. So look, the bot just entered along. The bot loves these drawdowns. But we got to get a draw up at 1.2 though, right? So can Bitcoin get the bounce back to the upside is the question here for BTC. The bot entered along. The bot saw an extreme area where we usually get a bounce, but we'll see. It's not 100% right, and sometimes it opens up another long even deeper to cover. So the bot is trying to say we double bottom here, and we're going to hold. So mixed signals again for BTC on a Monday. A possible Adam and Eve double bottom holding that could break us back to the upside. The measured move would be the neckline of this back to the upside here. And that would send you to the 200 MA on the 1 minute. Then you would have, you know, and then if you got back above it, boom, you would move to the upside again, right? So that's what I'm looking for Bitcoin. Now, otherwise, it's a descending triangle. You'll stay down. You'll get inside. If you're in this nose, you're going to drop. So if you can break out in the next, I don't know, 10 or 20 minutes, the Adam and Eve is alive. But if you start coming down here, it's more likely that. So in 10 minutes, this is going to tell us what's likely going to happen. You get it? The charts are going to convey what move to make. If you have the patience, then you'll have the move. Amen. Shout out to all you beautiful people here on the live. Thank you so much for jumping on in. 2,400 beautiful souls on the live. One of the biggest streams we've ever had as we continue to roll to 100,000 subscribers and counting. And this is a brand that just never stops. This brand is detached itself from the crypto space. This is a real brand, baby. A brand of perseverance. A brand of pushing yourself. A brand that means something. The Lifer brand. Every single day we show up. Every single day we don't take days off. We don't run our mouth. We don't tell you what we're going to do. We don't tell you when we're going to start doing stuff. We just do it. Most active, most consistent channel in the entire cryptocurrency space. No one has been more consistent in the last 4 years than this channel, man. I promise you on my life. I promise you. I promise you. And again, who cares? I just want you to be happy. It's not really about me and my brand. It's the brand is hot. It's the family, but I want you to be happy. God has already blessed me in this life. I shouldn't say it, and I'm not going to say certain things about, but I've been so blessed is all I'm trying to say. I feel like I've been blessed in these 42 years more than so many millions of people I know. I do look at my life and I can see that I have been blessed, man. And I don't try to compare, but I had a good, loving mother and father up until 41 years old. Blessings, right? I had a twin sister that was always there for me, really loyal. Blessings. I have a wife that had loved me and treats me like a king. She literally lavishes me with love. She makes love to me like I'm a king. Like she treats me. I don't know too much information, but she treats me like a king, everybody. I got my daughters that treat me like a king, right? We have a nanny that's the nicest nanny I've ever met in my life. She is so nice to my kids. She treats my kids like gold. Blessings, all right? So I have such a nice life. There's so many good things in my life that I have no reason to be upset for any reason, shape, or form. I don't look at the trolls in the comments anymore because... I thought about it. David Letterman, when he went live, there was a lot of people that didn't like him. A lot of people that probably yelled at the screen, "Oh, David, he didn't hear the comments because he couldn't read them." Famous people couldn't read the comments, man, so why should I? You know what I mean? I'll read the good comments. I'm saying the negative ones. You know what I mean? So I don't need to pay attention to negative comments. They don't exist to me. And I'm not saying I didn't even see one today. I'm letting you know the best way to handle your life is to focus on the positive energy and keep moving forward. Focus, 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 focus. Where you put your focus, energy follows. Don't put focus on things that have no energy. All right. Someone said FARTBOY held its own. I mean, a lot of people like that coin. 77 million, you're right, because compared to the rest of the market, it didn't do too bad. Because you could have been getting in somewhere in January and you're still up. So people decided it wasn't worth selling. Strong hands for FARTBOY. Maybe one of the strongest communities in the game. And the award of the most consistent TA expert in the business goes to Mr. Sammy Price. Actually, Crypto Lifer, shout out to you, man. Thank you. Airweave and PYTH. Let's take a look at PYTH and Airweave, which have been getting absolutely crushed here. Bam, let's take a look at Airweave. So yeah, I mean, everything was in a bear flag below the 200 MA. These are bear flags. Look, shoulder, head, right shoulder. So likelihood of a move to the downside there for Bitcoin. Very, very likely. I just got to make sure. Just be careful. That plant is very sharp. That plant is so sharp. I just don't want to see you get poked by that thing. I'm having them rip it out next week. Yeah, just be careful. Yeah, I love you guys. I don't want to see you get hurt. You know, my cleaning people arrived today. I shouldn't say, right? You guys make me think but my house is huge, man. It's like 3,600 square feet. I'm not cleaning that thing, all right? And it's $250 every 3 weeks. It's not that expensive. All right. So I can handle it. All right. That guy from Dubai gave me $750 yesterday, right? That's that's the next 9 weeks of cleaning. I'll be good. You know what I mean? I'll be all right. But anyway, there's a big plant that's really sharp. They park next to it. I just didn't want to see them get hurt. So I had to stop my stream and say, hey, don't, just watch out. You know what I mean? Just made 2K off B3 overnight, though. God bless you, man. Shout out to Crypto Nick. I think you were all about it, too, last night. You were like, B3, 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 B3. God bless you, man. I love people get obsessed with their calls, and then they come the next day like, Sam, like, I told you. Wow, that thing ripped, though. Dude, you were on it. And look, my signal, it came back to the 21 with low stochastics. We had flagged it out, and I suggested it actually could rip, and it actually did. So we found something hot today. Actually, B3 it could still pump today. Look at it. So what I would do is I would draw this up like this and this flat like that, and I'd look for consolidation. If that consolidates, then we might actually have a swing trade on an altcoin tonight. Hey, man, you're awesome. I love you, bro. This is why I love this stream. There's always positive people here, man. The whole market could be dumping. We'll find gains. Like, we'll be winning. Like this little group, big group I call it, this amazing group. We're winners, man. Winners we don't whine. We don't find reasons to get upset. We find reasons to win. Every day is a reason to win. Like, let's get focused here. You know, who cares altcoins got demolished? So what? Either sell them off, hold on, or go on. Like, move on. Like, it is what it is. Like, it's already happened. It's done what it's done. Like, we now have to figure it out and get to the next move. If we sit there and just focus on the negative energy, how are we going to win? We're just not. So look, this is interesting to me. I'll set an alert on this. I'll set a couple alerts. I just put vertical lines. I right-click the vertical lines because price action has to cross the vertical line, you see? And so that's what we're looking for there. Okay, some folks must learn the hard way. The bulls will always tell you to buy or hold while they are selling behind the scenes. Put B3 out this weekend after I saw X on it and the flagship game came out. Yeah, thank you. God bless you. Well, we went over B3 about, like, I'd say 3 or 4 weeks, about 10 days ago. I found B3 and I kind of said I need to know what this is, and we talked about it, right? You're funny. Sam, we need you to bring out the Stallion Short Squeeze Destroyer and ride the sunset and destroy all the bears. Shout out to Crypto Weirdo. Shout out to Michael Allen. Shout out to Crypto Nick. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in and appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Oh, we also have something cool to do. Is it 11:15? It almost is 11:15. So I put out a, hold on here. I don't see my positive chalk. My positive tweet. X has been in and out today recently. Like, it's been out. It's been spotty. Right now, yeah, look. So for whatever reason, I don't know. Right now, but it came back. Then it came in. Then it came back. X has been in and out. I'm ecstatic at this dump. Thanks to your TA, I sold onto it at 120. About to buy back in and almost double my bags. Plus, get in at a better price. Thank you, Sam. Shout out to Jason Bouillard. I love you, man. See, that's the thing. There's always someone gaining a perspective. If you're putting out good information every day, there's someone that's going to gain a positive perspective from you. And I have to remember that. You know, I may make a bad trade one day, and then 5 people may make a good trade. And they may be like, Sammy, we took your advice, we took your knowledge, and we're able to make gains. Look, this is an Adam and Eve double bottom, everybody, and now it's really expressing that it's going to bounce back to the upside here. Look at that. I mean, that's very, very interesting. That's got me excited. And that could bounce all the way back up to the 200 MA on the 1 minute time frame. I could cut off my short hedge, right? And then I could begin to get back into Sammy Longs, baby, Sammy Longs. X is more like X. You're funny, man. Oh, it's back. Is it back? X is back, baby. So your thoughts create your frequency and vibe. Fear attracts scarcity, and gratitude draws abundance. Share one positive thought in the comment section below. And it's funny, there's got to be more comments than that. Yeah, there's got to be. Because I put this out to my group. I said, share a positive comment. I'm going to pick the most positive comment here. And $100 USDT. So let me know, man. I've just been in a good mood lately. I've been sending it out there. All right. And the 2 people, remember, on the stream recently, we hooked them up too as well, because that guy hooked me up. You know, a whale out of nowhere sent me a bunch of money on the live stream, everyone. These guys from Dubai sent me like $650, $2,500 in AED, right? Sold some all bags to save capital to buy back in and double the bags after the bounce off whatever the low is. Amen. All this new money and the Insta Millionaires for 2021, that's easy money created, are about to get completely wiped out. And it'll be glorious to buy their overpriced homes cheap and their Bitcoin too. Sold some all bags to save crypto to buy back in and double back after the bounce, whatever the low is. Honestly, I don't see real estate taking too big of a hit. I think everyone thinks it's going to take a huge hit. I just don't see it. But I could be wrong. I did just buy some real estate, so. Tip the dealer, baby. Thank you. I always tip the dealer, man. It gives good to gain. Givers gain. It feels good to give. Every time I'm playing craps, it feels good to give $5 to the dealer, $5 on the yo. I give them, boxcar for the dealers. I try to hit them a win, you know what I mean? I try to catch them a win here and there. I do my thing. The other day I turned, $100 into like $600, $700. I must have given the dealers $100. You know what I mean? $5 here, $1 here. I do it all the time. You got to tip the dealers, man. You got to tip people, bro. It feels good to give. Once you become a giver, God just produces more for you because he knows you're set on giving. Once God realizes you're set on giving, God's like, well, God wants to give, right? But how does God give? Through your hand, right? Like God, when I hand to you, right? God doesn't hand to you physically. You don't see God in the street literally putting his hand on you, right? No, but I put my hand on you. I would hug you, right? I would hand you money or I would hand you, food if you were sick and poor and needed, you know what I mean? So God works through us all. God uses your hand. God uses my hand. So use your hand to help God and give. And the more you give, the more God will use your hand to give. And then God will realize that you're giving. Think about it. God's like running the show, right? He's upstairs and he's trying to make the world amazing. He's upstairs, but if he sees you giving to all his beautiful creations, don't you think he's going to give to you? It's pretty obvious to me. So you gotta get rid of the greedy bone, shake it out. Realize that you don't have to hoard. You just gotta give, and if you give, more is coming back to you. Every time you give, your hand's open to receive more back. When your hand is closed, you can't get anything in it. So when you don't give, you're like this. You can only have what you have, and that's it. When you give away, more can receive back into your hand. That's why an open hand receives so much more than a closed fist. That's why you shake hands. Amen, right? To receive the energy from somebody else. It's all connected, my friends. These are the lessons of life that I'm feeding to you on a daily basis. So I got to look at these super chats. Someone asked about PYTH here, and every single coin's at the bottom of its barrel. They're like lower than they were when this all started. So either there's going to be another big bull run, and they want to make sure they get their best prices ever, so they're getting it as cheap, or like all coins are done. And like just the concept of them is over. I don't know what's happening. I've never seen this. Nobody has seen this. Nobody in any cycle has seen this. This is new to every single YouTuber, trader, anyone out there. So the best you can do is learn from someone that's been in the markets longer, because I might be able to see something that someone else doesn't see. You get it? I mean, if I'm going to be extremely crazily smoking hopium here, which this is complete hopium smoking, like out of control, but it's a slanted cup and handle that even though it's low, that it's going to break out this way. This will eventually get back to the upside, but you got to slant your head. It's almost too much. PYTH is lower than it's ever been. PYTH has to get back above its previous low at 23 to regain any type of bullishness. All right. I give the IRA area and they don't give anything back. Yeah, funny, man. The 11th brand new home, maybe another 10 older homes with 5 minutes for me. 6 months, no buyers. Yeah, there's tons of homes all around with no buyers, man. 100%. I bought because my life had changed, but I was my neighborhood had homes going up for sale. And I bought the top of the market. I'm going to look back and say I probably paid 200 grand over, but I'm going to stay in this house for 10, 20 years. I'm not going to sell this real estate. And it makes me happy. You know what I'm saying? If this house went down $300,000 in value, me and my wife would not care. It made us happy. You know what I'm saying? Fine, some business decisions are up and down. It is what it is, and not everything's going to be perfect. But I'm sick of living by the whims of the market. I did it for way too long. My whole life was up and down with the markets. Eventually, I had to buy a house and get myself situated. However, I did tell my wife we should be renting, and we should only be buying real estate property that we can rent out to other people. But, she convinced me to get a nest egg. But if it was up to me, I would have continued to rent. At the same time, though, they were going to kick us out in May. And I have all my studio, and then I would have every single year, I would have to figure out where to go. You know, they were charging me $9,000 a month, which was insanity for where I was living, if you can believe it. Yeah. Do what I do. Rentals, younger generation, many of them do not want to own 100%. 100%. Housing markets in Scotland is insane right now. It's being flooded with supply, generational opportunity. Amazing. Amazing. I think it's a good time to buy real estate, personally. You know, maybe there'll be a few more dips. But yeah. But again, you guys do whatever makes you happy. Always a good time to buy. It depends on it depends on what you're doing. Depends on where you're at in the market. You don't want to compare yourself to the market. Tip the dealer, baby. I love you, man. Sam, take a look at WIF. It seems to hold strong. Let's take a look at WIF. Somebody said Nitro Max Bull. Or Nitro Max Bull. Nitro Max Bull. I like that. Nitro Max Bull. Let's take a look at WIF here on MEXC. Seems to be holding strong. That's holding strong to you? Yikes. I mean, every coin is at the dumps of its dump. I can't believe it. Like, everybody sold out of this market and just left it to the wayside. It's crazy. All I could do was laugh at that point, you know. Hey, I put in while I was willing to lose. Thank the Lord. I wasn't, I didn't. What if I had put in my entire net in there and then would demolished? Oh my God, I'd be depressed right now. I've done that. I've learned my lesson. I mean, you got to bounce. Like, you got to bounce here. Otherwise, I don't know. Whenever anyone asks me about coins like this, usually I'm always like, that's the lowest it's ever been. Like, it's back to 4. Remember when this thing was the talk of the town? Meme coins were exploding. It made millionaires overnight. We had a bull run up until March of 20. This was the bull run, everybody. This was the bull run. Then they came down. See, this is the thing. Then I accumulated down here smartly. And then when we bounced up, everything was going well. Everyone thought a pullback and a continuation. Like, that's what was going to happen. Like, we've never seen that before. We've never seen this mid-cycle. So it caught everybody off guard. It caught every single I don't care who you are. Every trade group off guard, man. Yeah. Said even X is crashing. I know, right? It doesn't matter. Seems to be good right now, though. It seems to be going on. No, yeah, you're right. I can't see the comments. Yeah, it ain't loading right now. Because I know we got more than 13 people that commented there for sure. That was a pre-run in accordance to the last runs. Yeah, we've never seen anything like that, though. Altcoins never ripped to such highs like that and gained such market share. You know what I mean? Yeah. May as well get Atom and earn that. I think this is a great time to buy Atom. Like, how much lower can it go? You put 100 grand in Atom and just let it sit and earn that 13%. I mean, that's beautiful. Atom pays to hold, man, if you buy it at the bottom. Right? Where do you see Ondo going? You never know. Honestly, look at this. Shoulder, kind of head, right shoulder. So we're Adam and Eve double bottoming here, everybody. We may have found ourselves a bottom today. Unbelievable. There's a chance here. So you're telling me there's a chance. I mean, that has these are like 90%. I don't know why they're 90%, but this is a 90% chance you break up at least to the 200 MA on the 1 minute time frame. I may just cut off that short. That head short. Can the daily get us back above the 200 MA? If the daily closes the candle back above the 200, I flip bullish again. But I'd rather lose the 400 and keep the short around. You know what I mean? You understand the mentality? Does anyone understand that? You have to kind of be a long-term trader to get that. Like, why you would purposely lose a trade to cover a hedge. Does anybody get that? You're not really worried about the losing trade. All right? Wow, look at that. Mark Zuckerberg was ready to censor content for China, says a whistleblower. I mean, I think that guy would do anything for a buck, honestly. Yeah. Like, look at him now. Like, come on, man. The guy will say anything or cater to anybody. Like, he's got no backbone, bro. Period. Like, and that's been known now. You can even see it the way he vulnerably shows up with the new hair. It's like, come on, bro. Anyway, God bless him. I don't want to have any negative energy. I want all the positive energy my way. So just being negative towards anything and anyone does nothing for me. I was definitely caught off sides, no liquidation, but what a mess. For sure. Only thing I wish he would censor is his haircut. Amen. Jamie with the dinger. Hey, Sammy, got to play the math. Exactly. He's too busy staring at Bezos' wife's not here. So thank you so much. You and Miss BB is really good help when I'm doing. I really appreciate it. God bless you, man. And again, I don't know. We don't help people with taxes, so I don't know why you're saying that. May God bless you, though. Yeah, find a professional. My wife does not help people with her taxes, so I don't know what you're saying there. 15-minute gonna cross the 8 AMA. Let's go. Okay. You like the 8 AMA? It's interesting. The 8 MA. Thank you so much. Yes, God bless you. Where do you see Ando going? I'm here about that money. Can you check SHIB, Sammy? Let's take a look at SHIB. Actually, SHIB ain't that bad compared to most because it's not back below its previous low. It's just low. But it's double bottomed. And it's double bottomed on support. All right. Bit of a cup and handle with the handle the exact size of the cup. I've seen that break out many times. Again, when this market does rip back up, the coins will make moves pretty fast. Like, you know, you'd be up 50, 60% in a couple hours, and then 4 or 5 days, you might even get back all the way to where we were. So my wife is doing amazing. No breast cancer. Everything is going well. It was just a little scare in the family, but everything is fine. Thank the Lord. We're doing right. We're eating right. She's working out. She's taking care of her. She's working out every day now, grinding. There's a local gym in my community, which is awesome. All right, we have a gated community. We have a little local gym that's private for us. And it's just like a 2-minute walk from my house. It's like right there. We live closest to the gym in the neighborhood, which is really nice. And my wife goes and does a class almost every day. And what blessing that is. So, I mean, shout out to her, man. And these are the things you can provide your wife and kids if you can become a successful man, man. Get your wife where she can walk right to a gym from her home, a private gym, and make sure, you know what I'm saying? And I know it sounds like a brag, but man, I've always wanted to be able to provide for my wife and family in a way in this way. And the only reason I get to do it is because I don't take a day off. And I work every single day. So, you know, you guys see me day in and day out, no days off. So if you ever think I'm bragging, flip it around and say he's not bragging. He's just saying what will happen if you work every day. And some people don't want to work like me. They say, you know what? I'd rather have $1 million than the 10 mil you have. You know, I'm not saying I have 10 mil. I'm just saying some people will say, I'd rather have than the 50 mil Derek Jeter has. And I don't want to work like Derek Jeter. You know, I don't want the 50 mil that Kobe Bryant made. Like, I just want a couple mil and I have an easy life. I want the hard life and I want the big gains. I desire the hard life. I desire the big gains. You know, DOGE is coming back to previous support as resistance too. This could be a key area for a bounce for altcoins here. I mean, it's either they're down or they're going back to lower lows. So I hope memes are dead, but there's always going to be a noob that thinks he's going to get rich. Yeah. Yeah, no, memes will never die. Someone will trade a meme tomorrow. Memes will be bouncing back again tomorrow in 2 seconds. I don't understand why or how come, but that's just is what it is. Facts of life here. Bragging's okay when you come to the bottom. Now we're at the top. Is an example that we can all do it. Yeah, if I was born rich and I bragged, it'd be rude, right? But I'm a lower middle class kid. My mom was a school teacher. My dad was an iron worker. We had holes in the van. My car had holes in it. The seat was moving around. No lie. My dad wouldn't get a new car. I don't know. He always had new used cars. He had the same van for literally 18 years. You know, but I had a great life. You know, my dad may not have spent money on his cars, but so my dad would buy a used car for $3 to $4 grand. And then he'd spend $4 to $5 grand putting my sister to hockey camp, sailing camp. And he would say to me, he said, I could buy a new car like those guys and buy a brand new $20,000 SUV. But I spend the money on my kids, man. My dad didn't have the money to have it all. So he knew he budgeted his cars and he spent his money on his children. I was in the best hockey camps. I had the best hockey skates. My dad made sure I had the best equipment Hands down, I was dressed the best at church. I was always dressed the best. My dad made sure his son looked like $1,000, man. My dad played no games with his kids. I had the best of everything. My dad didn't. Understand? My dad made sure he dressed very nice. I'll be honest. He always had nice clothes, but he was frugal the way he did it. He knew where to shop. He knew how to shop. My dad was a great guy, man. I love you, Dad. I miss you so much, and may God bless you. I hope you're having a good day with God today, and I miss you so much, Dad. I miss you so much. You were my brother for life, man. My iron-working brother, man. I love you, Dad. Nobody will understand us. Not the way me and you did. God bless you, Dad. This one's for you, man. Every single day for you, Dad. I don't take days off for you, Dad. May God bless you. May God bless my mom, too. They both died tragically the last year and a half. Unexpectedly. Sudden deaths right in front of me occurring. And it shattered my life. But I'm here every day to stay strong no matter what. And I'm not asking for pity. I'm not asking for tears. I'm not asking for hugs. I'm asking for you to stay strong. I'm asking for you to keep pushing. I'm asking for you not to get depressed because someone else dies in your life. I'm asking for you not to find a way to crash just because you're going through some of the toughest times. I want you to keep pushing. You know, I reached out to someone that was very successful. I told him my dad passed. He said, don't use this as a time to go low. He said, use this as a time to double down. He said, this is the time to double down now, Sam. Get ready, baby. Right? I love buying Bitcoin at a fire sale. Buy the fear and sell the euphoria. I don't give a dang. If it keeps going down, I keep buying 100%. And honestly, whenever Bitcoin's in this fear and greed, I mean, this is heavy fear and greed. Like, you don't get this that much. You got to be buying Bitcoin in these areas. So I buy Bitcoin in heavy fear and greed. There's just no other reason. I got no choice. You got to buy BTC in these levels. You don't have a choice. All right. Nice. We're getting the bounce for Bitcoin. I like it. I like it. Nice bounce for Bitcoin back to the upside. That bear flag did not take us down. The Adam and Eve double bottom is holding us after that bounce at 79,390, all the way back at 80K. A chance at 79 holds us down. Can we get back above the 200 MA on the 1 minute? Did we break the 30-second 200 MA? We did. That is the first sign of a possible long there. You can long that, right? So let me take a look here. The key is to make enough long to cancel out the short so then I can go long when we're back above the 200 MA on the daily. Beautiful, right? So I have a plan. Your energy is unmatched, Sam. You're doing an excellent job out there. Keep strong, brother. Thank you so much. God bless you. God bless you, and God bless everybody on this channel that keeps us pushing every single day. You got to keep pushing. You got to stay strong. I worked out today. It really is the main reason I got all this energy. I worked out. I did this hardcore workout that I do every single day. And I'll show it to you. It's a free workout. Oops, sorry. It's a free workout. Ooh, and I just realized that I've lost my jar, man. And everybody likes to see, I got a tip jar, man. Yeah, you can tip the jar right there. Sorry. And when you send a tip in, a ball will jump into the jar, and it will show that you tipped the jar. But if we take a look here, I do this workout every Monday morning. Every Monday morning from Jordan Yao. And it's a killer body workout, level 6. It takes about 26 to 30 minutes to finish. This thing is heavy duty, man. And by the end, I am covered in sweat. Like, absolutely just covered in sweat. Ridiculously. So, this thing, unbelievable, right? So, Bitcoin attempting to get saved by this Adam and Eve double bottom, a complex inverted head and shoulder yet again. That's how we found that massive liquidation wick there. Look, shoulder, head, shoulder, and breaking out of the complex inverted head and shoulder. Almost, this is kind of part of the shoulders. The last reversal we had looked exactly like this. Let me show you. And I made a video about it, right? That massive liquidation that we had. Let me go to my 1 minute. It'd be easier to find, right? If I can find it. It was definitely lower than that. Where are you? There we go. And there it is right there. That was the liquidation. It was the similar idea. Shoulder, head, shoulder, big head. And show it was a complex inverted head and shoulder that broke us out with that nasty right jagged shoulder on the right side. Kind of a similar behavior happening here. We've got the nasty right shoulder on the right side. I'm going to get there, don't worry. Eventually. There's the nasty, oh, here it is. Yeah. So we have the nasty boom, and then, attempting to break on out of here. So we might have a reversal here for BTC. There's a chance here that we get a bounce back to the upside for Bitcoin. And now what we're looking at on the 1 minute is a flag. See, there's your 21. Price action should flag out right here. The 21 could come up into price. The stochastics will reset. And then boom, boom, boom. Hard body back to the upside. We may have caught a reversal here. And if we do, then we should be getting tweezer bottoms on the 4-hour time frame. Not even close yet. At least we have some type of tweezer action, though, for Bitcoin. See how we found this Adam and Eve? See how we were able to figure out when price was going to stop? Everyone else is looking at green candles, freaking out. When are we going lower? Oh, my God, oh, my God, oh, my God. And we're not going lower. We got to take this one step, one day at a time, and just take a look at what's happening here. All right? And not get too freaked out. Little by little, one step at a time. I forgot I left these open here. Looks like we're headed back to 81,000. Nice pump here for Bitcoin. After that bounce off 79.5, got people really, really shook. You was scared. No, you was scared. No, you was scared. Honestly, you never know, and people panic sold just now. They're messing with people because every day someone's panic selling. You see? And then they got to buy back into price action. And then they're freaking out because they're like, we were in a bull market, but I thought I was in a bear. And they don't know what to do. This is plowing ahead. Looks like the 30-second chart, we needed the flag on the 30-second. When price gets really crazy, the 1 minute won't even flag out. It'll go straight up. And you'll have to use the 30-second to find the flag. That's just how it is. I found this out over time. These are facts of life, of trading, that you'll figure out too if you put in the work. You'll start seeing the same thing I saw. That's how I know I can help you, because you'll see what I see. And together we will maintain. Look how I recycled that line. Like, you like that. I know you like that. So now you're looking for this to come back to the 21-day moving average and continue further to the upside here for Bitcoin. That's the key levels that we're looking for, and that's the action that I would like to see play out. I'd like to see the 21 come in, touch that, and boom. If we get above the 200 MA, and look, that was an Adam and Eve double bottom for sure. Double bottoming bounce off 79,389 for Bitcoin. Yeah, the whale. Yeah, I agree. They liquidate way better than. Yeah, they're nasty lately. You got to be really precise. Yep, I agree with you a little bit there. I wasn't scared because I see the whales and what they're doing. Amen. Another manic bull trap. This is short territory, though. Hold the short. I got the short hedged on. I do. Yeah. If we break this 200 MA, we will go up, and likely this is what will happen, everybody. I'm telling you I've watched it many times. We'll flag out, the 21 will touch. We'll pump. We'll crack the 21. We'll wreck the shorts hard body. The 21 will get too far away. We'll come down pretty hard. We'll find a bounce. We'll start to make a flag. If we're bullish, we'll flag out above the 200 MA. The 21 will cross, and boom. The real trade, the highest probability trade, is in about 5 to 6 hours if this plays out. That's the trade that I would like to run on. I can already see my trade before it happens. I know how price action is going to play out. Now, if we're bearish, we're never going to get above this 200 MA. We're going to get rejected by it. We're going to slump. This is going to turn into some type of flag like this. There's going to be a move, and then we're going to slump down to the downside and hit the measured move. So if we break up all the 200 MA and make a flag somewhere here, then I know there's a 90% chance I can long. If we get rejected by the 200 MA, then I don't need to open up a long. So my strategy tells me exactly what to do and when to do it. And all I have to do is wait patiently for my strategy to play out. Amen. Now, does it mean I know what's going to happen? No. I just know what to do when it does. So if we do crack that 200 MA, I know how to go after it. We could still open this up like so and say we're still in a bear flag like this. See? And this could still dump the length of this pole and send us all the way back down somewhere to about 77,800 for BTC. Shout out to the 2,342 people. Are you kidding me? 2,442 people here. 2,342 people are on the live all the way till 11:40. You people are unbelievable. Like, why do you love me so much? Like, what did I do to you guys to have you love me so much, man? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, each and every one of you. May God bless each and every one of you. Let's take a look at the next CME gap that we got cooking too. There is a CME gap, and some say it's at $87,000. So above us, yes, there is a CME gap above us there, but it's pretty big, you see? But there is a CME gap, and they do like to close 80% and 90% of these gaps. This gap, though, is huge. It's from 84 all the way up to about 86.5, right? But there is a gap. There is a gap nonetheless, all right? And it hasn't been filled. We have not filled that gap. So do we come back to fill the gap? We filled this gap here that we knew we were going to fill. Now we double filled it. There was definitely liquidity there. Now look, Bitcoin bleeding out. That's why I do not open longs till we cross the 200 MA on the 1 minute time frame, because I wait for that. You know, I used to get into here. I used to try to trade the actual bottom every time, and it was sloppy up and down price action. I got chopped up a lot. I learned not to do that. I learned to wait for the 200 MA to crack. Like, technically that short's still in play because you lost the 200 MA. You didn't get it back yet. You're funny and you have a lot of knowledge, and knowledge is power. Thank you for saying that. God bless you. You deserve it, brother. You stay showing up. Thank you so much, Chris Tradesman. I love you guys. I just sold my dog to buy Bitcoin. Oh, come on, man. Don't say stuff like that. Dogs are the greatest things on earth. You can't sell your dog. You got the moves. You got the charts. You got the vibes and the energy. Nothing better to motivate us. Thank you. God bless you. You people are awesome, man. I don't know if anyone else has the love like this. And so I know when I pass away from this earth, I will thank God for every single moment he gave me of this beautiful life I was given. What a beautiful life I was given. I have a baby right now at home, a 6-month-old child. She is such a blessing in my life. I'm going to go hug her right now when the stream ends. I'm just going to hold her. I'm going to hold her for 10 minutes. I'm going to give her all my love, man. She's a blessing. I got a 10-year-old daughter that loves me so much. Even when I'm going through some tough times, she'll come and give me a hug. She'll tell me, Daddy, don't worry, man. I got great kids. And I got my 4-year-old, man. My 4-year-old who just turned 4. And she loves me with all her heart. And we spend most of our days together because my wife has to put the baby to sleep. And I'm hanging out with the 4-year-old. And she's my blessing. And she's just my angel. And my 3 girls, man, they are my life. They are my life. They are my life. Dear Lord, thank you for my 3 girls. Without my 3 girls, I never get over the death of my mom. Every time I think of the death of my mom, I look at my girls. I never know what's going to come. When I think about my mom, I never know what's going to come. Some days I can talk about her for days and it never hits me. Then there's moments that just, it's like a gut punch, man. You're just like, bah, bah, like right on my stomach. Ah, man. Sorry, everybody. Let's get back to the regular scheduled program. But man, my mom loved me so much. The way she passed was so vicious for me. And that's how you break somebody. You kill their mom on Thanksgiving, man. That's how you break somebody. You know what I mean? You take their mom away on Thanksgiving right before the turkey comes out. Thanksgiving will never be the same. I'll never be able to eat turkey and stuffing on that day again the same way, man. I don't care. I don't care. Anyway, God bless you. If you didn't know, my mom died on Thanksgiving while she was talking to me during a stroke. Yeah. Like, awesome. You know what I mean? Great. And you know what? I still thank God for it because she was with her family and she wasn't alone. And I'm so grateful. So I didn't get angry. I didn't curse. You know, I found I found gratitude. I found gratitude in the fact that my mom didn't die alone. You know? Anyway, I'm sorry. It hits me some days, and look, 100 people leave the stream because they can't take it. They're like, oh, this crybaby, right? But damn, man, I never know when it's going to hit me. I can go so long without saying a word about it. And some days I can listen to her messages and not even cry. Some days I know I'm not going to cry at all. I know there's nothing that's going to break me. And then other moments are just, you know, when I think about my daughters and the relationship they would have had with her and the time they would have spent with her, it just crushes me. It crushes me. And I think of how close my eldest daughter was to her. They slept in the same bed. They cuddled. They were buddies, man. And it just crushes me. And I'm obviously still not over it. You know what I mean? Sam, is it possible to go to a bear market without having alt season? Yes, of course. Yeah, we may have a bear market and no alt season. Anything is possible, man. Look at Renzo, up 31%. I'm going to take a look at Renzo as the only coin gaining steam right now. This user is Target. What is that funny? What does that mean? So weird. Grokster. These are the new coins. And, you know, yes, Grok. People just doing anything. Boinkers. That actually still might do something. Flappy Bird. Alvi Chain was on my radar. It was a newer coin that came out. But, man, look at this. Everything is sold off. Every single thing is sold off. Even things that had a bit of a buzz going for them. Except for Renzo. Let's take a look at this REZ and see if it's still holding gains. Look at Bitcoin. Bit of a cup and handle now. Adam and Eve retesting. Adam and Eve's have made these little flags on the side recently. Bit of a cup and handle. Again, get above the 200 on the 1 minute time frame. That's how we can start this journey back to the upside. All right, let's take a look at REZ, right? Renzo. Wow, so look at this. It broke above the 15-minute 200 had a nice pump, and now look what it's doing. Now, this is liquid staking for ETH. I actually liquid stake on this platform. Like, I use it right now. I have ETH on it. Something brewing with liquid staking for ETH. I don't know. More and more people want a liquid stake. Maybe there's some inside whales that know what's going to happen to price, and they're starting to stake early. And so their staking behavior is telling us what's going to happen to Ethereum. But that's got some cup and handle status. See this cup with the handle there? Honestly, Renzo looked like it might be the only thing that could pump. So we found another coin that could pump. And that looks interesting to me. This thing looks like it could get busy today. It's got lack of bearish momentum in the MACD. It's tight. It's above the 200 MA. It's got tight moving averages to 21 touching. It's got a high volume node here. I wouldn't be surprised if this thing could boom all the way up to about 03097. You know. He said, I went off from your group just to focus on my father the last 2 months. He fought 2 months, but 2 weeks he passed away. Antonio, I love you, man. And God bless you, brother. God bless you. Yeah. Let's take a look at the fan funding and see what's happening here. Explore with Miles. We need to close a CME gap. Big bounce, 77,777. Hey, possible. Nothing needs to happen, though. We don't need to do anything. Remember that. CME close gap, then 86, close upper gap, then all the way high, waiting for this CME months. Okay. You're set on it. It has to be that way. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know how they're going to take me out in the war. I don't know how the chess player is going to move. What did you train in the gym today? I train in the AM because of you. I did burpees, push-ups, running mans, slanted running mans, all sorts of stuff, squatting. What do you think about PYTH being 15 cents and you're bullish on Ondo long term? Thank you. You're the man. I went to church yesterday. Been 2 years. God bless you, man. Thank you. Hey, man. You know, my dad had distanced himself from the church ever since the clergy got all those, the things that happened in Boston. If you know, I don't want to really get into it, but, But my dad still said a church is a beautiful building that resonates with frequency, and you should go in at any time you go into a church and say a few prayers for yourself. That was my dad's advice. You take it if you'd like it. Sam, take a look at WIF. We took a look at that. Tip the dealer, baby. Thank you. Yep. We looked at Dogecoin. Yes. Because you're one of a kind. Shout out to Clinton Morris. Thank you. Morning, Sam. If possible, go to the bear market without having. Yes, we could. Juan Ruiz. And Michael Allen, you have more people that love you than those who don't. You keep doing you, Sammy. Love from Oregon, the only Republican in the state. You're funny. Shout out to Michael Allen. Hey, right now, maybe that will change over time once people realize what's happening and what's going down. All right. Oof. You know, holding it together in front of people, man. I never thought I'd break down sometimes, but it is what it is. So Renzo looks like it's going to pump. You know, look at it. It's in higher lows. It's actually in an uptrend. This coin's in an uptrend. So Renzo don't seem to care. You know, and Ohm was doing the same type of stuff, right? And Ohm was also, you know, a DeFi staking platform. Even Ohm took a beat down. Are you kidding me? So funny. Still holding. Let me look at it on the KuCoin chart. Like, yeah, but it's still in a beautiful uptrend compared to the rest of the market. You know, so it's not all down. There are some bullish coins. Look at this. I mean, this is still in a beautiful uptrend. You can just pull your Fibonacci, wait for that to reverse, and I mean, that thing could be making bacon on the beach not too long from now. So I'm starting to identify some probability opportunity here, and Bitcoin back above $80,000. Not too shabby. I hear people saying that now, and I know they're watching my channel because nobody says not too shabby anymore. It's like so old school. So I'll see someone, they'll be like, not too shabby. I'm like, man, they're watching me. They've got to be watching my channel. You know, sliced bread, the best things in sliced bread, not too shabby. There's things that we say here that nobody else says to this channel, old school. Because my dad was old school. I was, you know, 1946, baby. Look, see this? I see a head and shoulder pattern. Shoulder. Head, possible right shoulder. I still may win that short. We don't know what's going to happen. I don't. That's why it's called a hedge. And that's why I'm waiting to see if we cross that 200 MA. So Bitcoin giving us mixed signals yet again here. Can that cup and that measured move there was that measured move of the cup and handle? See, that would be the boost out this pole. But look, it got rejected. Made a right shoulder, shoulder, head, right shoulder. Not the best sign here for BTC. I will tell you, when the daily's below the 200 MA, it is a bearish sign. It does not, it's usually not a good look. I mean, that looks like some type of rollover there. Almost looks like a descending triangle now. See that? And I see a shoulder ahead and a right shoulder. That measured move takes you down. Let Monday play out, everybody. All I have is the head short. And again, this is a bear. See how it's a bear flag? And the measured move of the bear flag is the length of the pole. Really, this whole pole. Take the whole pole. Pause. That goes all the way down to 76,878 for BTC. So it definitely looks like there is lower coming for Bitcoin. I could be wrong. I opened up the short in front of you. It's down, what, $100? You know, but it is a head short. As long as we stay below the daily 200 MA, I remain shot. Let's take a look at the Forex Factory, and then, I want to look at the CME Watch tool for you and show you what I see, what's happening, what's brewing. So in 9 days, we have a Fed meeting. All right, they're not going to cut the rates. It's likely the rates are going to stay flat, 97%. They should be cutting the rates. You know, Trump wants the rate cuts. He wants cheaper money for big business. He wants business to be able to take money and expand. But it does look, it's getting to a 59.39 that we will get a rate hike in May. Sad that we do skip April because you'd like to get it sooner than later. But May tells us we will get that rate hike. And I wouldn't be surprised if after this and more recession that this starts to spike up higher. All right. So we get our March 19th rate. No hike, right? It's going to be flat, but then it starts getting closer. Now, when we get to July, look at that. It's 37 that there's, and now it's like almost a shoo-in that we're going to be, so they might cut the rate once. So right where we're at right now is the 42,450, right? But they cut the rate one time, we'll go to 40. They cut it two times, it's 375,400. They cut it, and if we go all the way to October, there's talks of possibly, 1, 2, 3, maybe even 4 rate cuts. 18% that we got a rate cut there. 35% that we're already that deep into the cuts. This tells me we will be getting rate cuts in the end of the year. There will be some type of bounce in this market. We'd like us not to go as low. The lower we go, the more we gotta dig back, and the more we dig back, the less likely, the higher we can get. Right. So. Just want to say thanks for the life advice. You've changed me and many others. Your parents are proud and raised a son that is changing the world. God bless you, man. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. This channel is doing something. I know that. And every single day we're building. Follow me on Twitter at CryptoLifer33. I'd greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much for the love. On our way to 40,000 subscribers and counting to the upside. And look, BOOKMAP still suggests we're going to take a nasty dump down to 70K. All right, so it is what it is, folks. It is what it is. We'll see what happens. Why'd you do that? I don't live in this house, just so you know. I have moved out of this house recently, but it was a nice house. I had a good time while I did live there. But yeah, I don't live there anymore, so sorry, that's not my... But I like to use that because I don't live there anymore. But I did live there at one point. Beautiful times to be alive, right? Beautiful house. I mean, look at that, right? Gorgeous home, right? I think it was 4,000 square foot of just absolute loveliness. Like, it was great. Master suite, bathrooms, 14-foot ceilings. It was just like being in a museum. Like, it was unreal. Like, my house now is pretty nice. Just not as nice as that house. A little, but still pretty. I'd say it actually is just as nice. It's just not the same. They're different in some ways. So look at that bear flag starting to dump. The descending triangle taking us down just as we saw. We saw the shoulder, head right shoulder too at the last second there. And bang, bang, bang. The short may still be in control. And now you've crossed this trend line, which tells me that there could be a short flag, bear flag, all the way back down here to 76,900 for Bitcoin. Man, you people are amazing. Thank you. And remember, you got to stay in the present moment in time. That's how you're going to maintain through all this tough action, price action. You got to stay present. You got to build a mental fortitude. If you make a mistake, you got to say, I made a mistake. I'm going to learn from it, but I'm not going to beat myself up for it for days on end to the point where it loses my focus and discipline. See, it's all about focus and discipline. Today, how do I win? I can't get depressed about the losses that I've had. I can't stay on what woulda, coulda, woulda happened. I got to make a decision. I got to either reserve capital and rebuy, hold. I got to make a decision and be okay with it. What's your decision? Make it and then move on. You can't keep coming back to the same decisions, repeating it over and over again and beating yourself up. If you're doing that, you got to find focus. You can say, you know what? This isn't helping me focus, so remove it. If selling the position helps you focus, then remove the position. You know, I get, and again, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not saying you should be taking as financial advice. You're going to have to do your own due diligence to figure out what to do here. All right? I know I look strong in the suit jacket. I get it, but calm down. It's okay. No, but anyway, just maintaining is about focus. What's going to keep you positive today? How are you going to stay positive today? And if you have a positive day today, you're going to go to bed in gratitude, which will hopefully help you wake up tomorrow in gratitude, which will then you'll be able to repeat the same process. And then you may be able to go an entire year in gratitude. The key is to not lose that gratitude. I slip up sometimes. I go through ups and downs. I do. Man, I've had so many chemical imbalances in my life, and I've struggled. I have. But, you know, once I work out, once I reset, once I find my chi, I'm able to take on anything the world gives me. And, you know, the workout is so big. I got workout today. I like to listen to Wes Watson, and he said, we call it working out because nobody feels great when they wake up in the morning. You feel kind of, I usually don't feel the best in the morning. Right when I wake up, I got a little like, I don't know, like I can feel like the blood and the oils in my head. And I'm just, my first 10 minutes, I'm usually a little cloudy, to be honest. But I start working out pretty, you know, in my first 30 minutes of being up, I get to that workout. The blood starts to rush, but halfway through the workout, usually 3/4 through, man, the adrenaline is rushing. And it changes my thoughts. My thoughts like, Sam, see, you don't feel the same as you did this morning. You feel great right now. You feel like you could take on 1,000 men. You got the adrenaline. And I'm like, I got it, man. I got it. I know I got it. And I do have it. And I got that energy. And so, and then I feel accomplished too. I'm like, look how you just got yourself out of that negative thought process. Now you feel good. I said, now I'm going to have a great stream and I'm going to make everybody else feel good. I'm going to make sure this is contagious, right? So, everybody, I've given you everything that I could today. We found a couple coins that actually are holding gains and are holding an uptrend and look like there could be some gains. We found this bear flag that does have a measured move down to 76,009. Your first target would be 79.4. You lose that, you're going down to 77.8. And you lose that, you're going to 76,950. And then you're talking 76.5, right? I am in a short. I showed you the short. right? The short was to basically put a stop loss on the other side. It's a daily. We're just putting a stop loss on the other side of the 200 MA, right there at about 84.5. And we entered somewhere around a little, you know, where we're at right now, a little higher than we are now, or lower than we are now, like 80,000. But again, right there would have been better on that wick. It wicked up and then they dragged it right back down with the rejection of the 200 MA. So that's my short on weeks. If you want to jump on into my trading group and understand, like, I'll tell you what happened to this short. And I'll give you exactly where I, you know, if I, you know, what happened. You know, you'll find out how much money I made, the percentages, and what I'm going to do later on today into tonight. You're going to find out the days I trade and why. You're going to use my trading style and understand why I use that trading style. You're going to find out what moving averages are, stochastics, RSI, support of resistance, Fibonacci. And if you want to you could pay for this class and get it downloaded, but you can also jump on into class the last Saturday of every month. It's going to be in about 19 days, but, you know, prepare. 19 days, $150. Jump on into class today. Hit the QR code to find out more with Sam Price, the Crypto Lifer, every single day, baby. No days off. Remember that. I haven't taken a day off. I started going live every day in February of 2021. We have now gone 3 years straight without a day off. It's insane. All of February 2021 to 2022, 22 to 23, 23 to 24. And now we're about to lock in the third quarter. We're going to do a quarter. At the end of March, we'll lock in the first quarter. And we have started another new year, and we want the entire quarter, baby. I do have some traveling this year. I'm going to Dubai. I don't know how that's going to affect, you know, my show. I do have to travel also, you know, in the summertime. I got a bunch of traveling set up. It's crazy. I got to go to Bitcoin Vegas. I got to go to Dubai. So Dubai in April, Bitcoin Vegas in May, and then I leave for 2 months in the summer to a new location. Then I come back. I got to set up my temporary, or I'm basically going to set up a full-blown studio at my other house. I got to make another studio over there. Intense life. It's going to be crazy, but somehow, some way, God is going to help me, and I'm not going to miss. I don't know how. If I thought about it right now, I'd get so overwhelmed, it would be ridiculous. I got to take it one day at a time. I know I can show up tomorrow, and we're going to go from there. Everybody, stay focused, stay amazing. I gave you my call. I gave you my idea. It looks like we may head lower, and you never know. Could we hug a higher low? Could this double bottom play out? I don't know what's going to happen. I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance. All I can tell you is how I trade these probabilities and how we make it through the market every single day. I love you all. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for one of the greatest streams I've ever had, one of the biggest streams I've ever had. You people are awesome. Thank you for the super chats. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the love. Let me just jump on into the super chats. I want to make sure I didn't miss anybody here. We got Michael Allen. We got a new guy. We've got Juan Ruiz, Clinton Morris, Kids Crushing Fish. We got Neutral Max Boy. We got the Hoover family, Michael Reinhardt, Shap. We've got Explore with Miles. Everyone, thank you so much for the love. I appreciate it. You didn't have to give, but you did. That'll come back to you tenfold, my friends, tenfold. Everybody stay focused, stay positive, believe in yourselves. You can, you will, you are the best, and keep pushing every single day, no matter what. Somehow, some way, we are going to win, but we got to focus. They're going to shred this market. They're going to push people out. The fear is high. Usually, we're closer to the bottom than the top when the fear is that high, but only time will tell. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Stay blessed, stay amazing, stay fresh, stay squared up, baby. Let's go. Keep your standards high, man. The lifers have high standards. We don't have to have low standards like everybody else. Amen. God bless you. You know what the secret to success is? It's getting started.